know this may come off as stupid or desperate, but I genuinely feel like the only way for you to get ahead in life at this point, for people in my generation, specifically Gen Z, is you have to cheat. You have to cheat. You cannot get by without cheating. Take my situation as an example. I just got a unplated scooter with no title all the way from Lincoln, and I brought it all the way to Omaha, which is the city I reside in. And now the homeowner that I pay rent to, or basically have a lease agreement with, wants to terminate the lease agreement if I ride it again. But if I don't use the scooter for transporting me to and from work, or for like doing Uber Eats, then I won't be able to pay rent to her, and the lease agreement will be terminated that way. So realistically, either way, for me, either way, my lease is going to be terminated. It doesn't matter what I do, because I'm not getting any sort of payment from Bridge to Independence, which is the service that basically helps people that were formerly in foster care. And since I'm no longer getting that, I can't pay rent. And this is why I say the only way you can get by is just by cheating. You have to, the only way you can get by is by breaking the law. That's the only way you can do it. And I've come to that conclusion quite recently. Actually, no, I think I've came to that conclusion like several times now. I'm just now considering that as an actual conclusion, like something that is mandatory at this point. Like, it's like the only way you can get to a middle class standard from poverty is just by cheating your way up, or breaking laws to get up there. I'm not even kidding when I say that either. That's what my mom did. That's what my dad did. That's literally what almost every single person I know did to get up to where they are. And I guarantee you, a lot of people that are middle class had to do something like that. Especially people that have had no support from their parents, like me. I have no support from my parents. My dad can't even support me even if he wanted to. And he has tried to, believe me when I say that. But he can't, because he is below poverty level. He's basically at a point where not even Social Security income can really help him that much. Like the most he'll get out of Social Security income, because he's disabled, I should have probably clarified that earlier, is like enough for just rent. That's it. Not even enough for like food, or barely even enough for food. Anyways, back to my point. The only way for you to get up in life is, like, if you were pushed into adulthood, like how I was, with basically no vehicle or no license, and basically no income source, with no high school degree either. The only way you can get up back into like a good standard of living is to cheat and break the law. That's the only way you can get up there. Either by cheating, breaking the law. Or if you don't want to do that, waste 30 years of your life building yourself up to a middle class standard that probably won't even exist in 30 years, if I'm being honest. But yeah, in general, my situation is just shit. It's so bad. I have been basically in this limbo state for like the past 6 or 8 months, trying so hard to fucking get a job with no high school diploma at all. And trust me, that shit sucks. And I've been trying to get a job to fund a GED, and since I haven't been able to get a job, I can't fund getting a GED, which, as you know, is very important as well. Just as important as getting a high school diploma, in fact. And since I can't land a job, the only route for me to go is to cheat and to break the law, just to get to the next step in life, which I don't even think is going to be possible at this point, unless I find some way to somehow get someone to live with them for free. Like, that's the only path I can see me getting further, unless I break the law, which I probably will have to do anyways. So if I end up in a jail, blame the law for that. Blame the law. Don't blame me. Blame the law. Or if you end up in jail, blame the law for rigging everything against you. Don't blame yourself.